God over money, time ticking, my time ticking. I ain't even had fries with the Popeye chicken. I ain't even had sides. I was high five licking at the crib on the couch with the Wi-Fi tripping.
What up, what up? It's your boy Marcel Hall. Thank you for listening to the Hallway Podcast. As usual, we talk about sports, hip-hop, life, kingdom, you name it. Whatever's going on in the news, we talk about it. Before I get into today's topic, I have to say I'm like all of you praying that this coronavirus will go away. Has drastically changed life as we know it, the new normal. Your boy's going insane. I have 3 kids at the house. 2 of them are having to do homeschool, so my wife's going crazy, and my son, he's potty training. Now, he's solid, but he still has every now and then a mess up where the boy goes doo-doo in his pants. And so that's making life a little rough for a brother. And I have to say, I'm uncomfortable and unusual with this because you can't go anywhere. And I don't know about you, but I'm sure you're doing the same thing. I'm wearing sweats every day, every single day. I mean, I'm recycling sweats. I can't believe how many times I've never worn sweats like this in my life, okay? I mean, I'm wearing sweats every day because why? Why throw on some jeans, man? We got to be comfortable. You're at the house all day. But anyhow, I will say this also as well with our current circumstance. We have social distancing going on. All for it. That's cool. And since we have the social distancing, can we get some telemarketing distancing? I mean, can we get some spam distancing? Why am I still getting calls on my phone from telemarketers? Spam callers. Why? Why? Can't Trump and the government do something about that? We're instituting social distancing. Can we institute some telemarketing distancing? I mean, please, can a brother stop? I mean, I can't. That doesn't make any sense. They should not. They are not essential workers. Okay, they're just not. Whoever's hitting the button, the enter button for them, they need to stop. No, don't have them work from home, please. No, I don't need them to work from home. Okay. I thought for somehow, I don't know, maybe I was foolish. I thought, hey, there's a chance I won't receive anymore. Obviously, I was wrong. I'm going to petition that. Let me find my local congressman and write them a letter. Anyhow, I just had to get that out the way. But today we're going to be talking about some battles. Because I don't know if you saw, but there's been a number of celebrity battles, especially in the hip hop R&B world. You've had some writers that are battling live on Instagram, producers like Swizz Beatz and Timberland going back and forth on Instagram battling. And so we're going to talk about some battles. We're going to have a little battle, I guess, if you will. And we're going to talk about or have a battle of the top actors, but not just actors, but we're talking about hip hop actors, okay? People in hip hop who have crossed over or now are considered to be movie actors as well. And so, you know what I'm talking about. We have a number of them. And I'm not going to get into some small roles. I'm not getting into Beanie Seagulls and people that are doing these one-offs and not really acting, just flat out terrible. I'm talking about some people we've seen on the big screen, legit movies, and did at least a legitimate job, okay? Not your RZAs from the Wu-Tang Clan and those one karate flicks. None of that type of stuff, okay? All right, so we're going to talk about maybe some more established hip-hop actors, okay? That's what we'll call them, hip-hop actors, all right? So obviously you have yours like Ice Cube. You have the Fresh Prince. Oh, my young people are saying, who's that? You know who that is, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, okay, all right? The Fresh Prince now goes by Will Smith, but for our sake in our discussion today, we're just going to call him the Fresh Prince. He's not Will Smith, okay? So you got the Fresh Prince, Tupac, Ice-T, 50 Cent, Common, Mos Def, Snoop, Eve, Queen Latifah, Mark Wahlberg. I'm just playing. But some of y'all don't even know and realize that Mark was Marky Mark in the Funky Bunch. But if I were to include Mark Wahlberg in this discussion, I know some people who would beat me up. Because that probably was maybe along the early lines of appropriation. And so I don't think Mark Wahlberg qualifies to be a hip-hop actor. Okay, so we're going to disqualify him. All right, so let's go ahead and let's break down some of our candidates here. And let's see where they come out on my list here of greatest hip hop actors of all time. We'll start off with Eve, Rough Rider. Eve, I think, has done a respectable job. Haven't seen her in some films lately, but she's done some movies. She even had her own TV show. Now that's props right there. But here's my question: did you ever really believe her though? When you saw her on the screen, did you ever really believe her? Because I didn't really. I think she's getting respectable, but I don't know if I really believed her as an actress. You know, again, respected. I like the job that she has done. Mos Def. Now, here's the thing with Mos Def. I think he's actually probably a very solid actor. But name a movie or name a part that was really memorable. Just name that one. Name that one movie right now. See? It took you too long. If it takes you that long to say it, then obviously it wasn't that memorable. Okay? And so, yes, I think he's probably has some skills, but nothing's been memorable. Okay? Now let's go on over to Common. Common, I think, has been good, but did you ever think you weren't watching Common? Did you ever watch the movie and think Common is so-and-so? Or did you think, I'm watching Common? I know for me, I always felt like I was watching Common. Again, I think he's good. This isn't a knock, but we're just, in this battle here, we have to see your pros and your cons to see where you stack up on the list. Let's move forward to West Coast, Long Beach finest, Snoop Doggy Dogg. Now, Snoop acts, but let's be honest, he's not an actor, okay? Snoop acts, but he's not an actor. I sing, but I'm not a singer. I sing all the time, but my family and friends or anybody at church will tell you, he's not a singer. I love Snoop, but he's not an actor. And in fact, he's probably the poster child for typecasting, right? Name a role that was different for Snoop. All the roles are pretty much the same. So he's a victim of typecasting. I'll blame that on Hollywood, not on Snoop. Let's move over to 50 Cent. Now, 50 Cent, man, he's become a real player in this TV movie industry now. And I think he's been solid. I definitely have seen the growth a lot better over the years. I haven't seen a lot of his films, I'll be honest with you. But what I've seen from the beginning to what I've seen in snippets here, he's grown a lot. However, I think his range is a little bit limited, right? Wouldn't you agree his range is a little bit limited? I mean, if he doesn't play the hardcore guy, which I think he has down, it usually doesn't go as well. Usually doesn't go as well. But he keeps getting better, though. I mean, he keeps getting better. I mean, he was almost believable as a computer wizard in the Escape Plan movies with Sylvester Stallone. I mean, he was almost believable. But let's be honest, as he was talking and we were watching him, he was supposed to be a computer wizard, we just go, that's not believable. Just wasn't believable. But he's getting better, and I respect his skill set because I can tell he's been practicing. That man's been going to some acting schools and acting classes. So again, all these guys here, we're not knocking them. We're just trying to, we have to look at the pros and the cons. We have to look at their strengths and their flaws in order for us to come out with a champion here today. Next, let's move on over. And people forget that this guy was a hardcore, big-time rapper as well, Ice-T. Now, Ice-T, no matter what, on your list, he's going to be in your top 5 actors. He has to be. I mean, Ice-T's been doing this. He's one of the OGs at crossing over from rap to Hollywood. I mean, Ice-T now, I mean, you forget that Ice-T made a song called Cop Killer. Okay? And now here he is, after 15 years, he's been playing a cop on TV. Now, if that doesn't qualify as having some skill, then I don't know what will. The man went from Cop Killer, the song, to now playing a cop for over 15 years on Law & Order SVU. And he does a solid job. And in fact, most people forget that he was this hardcore rapper. And they just accept him as a mainstream actor. And his name still says Ice-T. He never uses his real name. That man got some skills. All right? All right? Now I watch SVU. And I'll be honest with you. I forget too that he's Ice-T. I mean, I look at him and go, yo, Ice. But I forget that he's Ice-T, and I think, man, this guy's really, the dude's name, Patola, Matula, whatever the guy's name is. However, I'm not sure if he has a lot of range. But I do believe he's a detective on SVU. That he has me sold on. Now, he probably can't go and do a drama, and he probably can't go and cry and have tears, but I am convinced that he's no longer a gangster rapper. That I'm convinced of. Because as I watch him every week, that becomes more and more of a distant memory. Unless I watch the movie Colors. And then I hear his voice and I'm reminded. Let's move on over to Tupac. Now, he's my heartfelt, I'll be honest with you. He's my heartfelt number one. But I have to be honest. He's my heartfelt number one. But I have to be honest, his catalog is a little short. But he did have great performances in some memorable films. Poetic Justice, Above the Rim, and when he played Bishop in Juice, whoo. The only thing is, not sure how much of a challenge that was for him to play Bishop in Juice. But he did a fantastic job. And in my personal opinion, he definitely could have been the top of all time if obviously he wouldn't have passed away at a very young age. Now let's move on over to the queen of hip-hop, the first lady of hip-hop, Queen Latifah. And she's top three regardless. I think wherever we land on this, she's top three. And in fact, that's where I have her. I have her at number 3. Because the queen, she's done her thing as an actress. I mean, the woman crossed over and did a TV show. No, I'm not talking about Living Single, even though that was awesome. No, I'm talking about she did her own talk show. Come on now. And I think she didn't do it just once, but she did it twice. Now, I know that's not acting, but it took some skills. It required her to have some acting skills for her to do this. But let's get into the roles. I mean, because the queen, I looked, man, she's had, a crazy amount of roles. I didn't even realize how many roles she's played. But I mean, you're talking about the early days from Living Single. I mean, Khadijah. Don't say you didn't watch that after Martin. And then we had Set It Off. She went from Set It Off, hardcore gangster girl, to Bessie in Ice Age. I mean, come on now. That's a range. I mean, Set It Off to Ice Age. Kid Flick to hardcore Robin Banks. That's called range. Those are skills. Ebert and Cisco, they would give her some props. Now she has had questionable movies. Taxi. Bringing Down the House. Questionable. Not very good. Some would even argue maybe even the representation for her people wasn't very good on those. But I'm not going to go there, okay, because you're going to have those. But we do have to look at the questionable movies as we look at this battle. Who's number one? Who's top? And then we get down to, I believe, the top 2. Ice Cube and the Fresh Prince. Ice Cube versus Fresh Prince. These two by far, to me, not by far, but these two are definitely 1 and 2 when it comes to hip-hop actors. Because both have come a long way. And both are household names. Now, if we base this solely on mega blockbusters, then the Fresh Prince would win by far. But we're not talking about just blockbusters. We're talking about the whole enchilada here. Okay, we're talking about movies, quality performances, and your skill set here, okay? All right? So we're looking at the whole body of work. We have to see quality. So, yes, he has the nod when it comes to mega blockbusters, but it doesn't automatically give him the nod as number one hip-hop actor. So let's break this down here, all right? Because both of them, as we know, are solidified household names. Solidified. You say Ice Cube, people know who Ice Cube is. You say the Fresh Prince, they might not know him, but they know who Will Smith is. Both have classics. Both have classics. All right? And we're just talking films here. I mean, if we pull in the TV, then obviously the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Man, my little brother, I know kids that are millennials, Generation Z. They know the Fresh Prince, and the Fresh Prince was on when I was in elementary school. So that says something about quality right there. But let's go in. They both have classics. Let's just look at their films. Okay, Boys in the Hood. Whew. Oscar nominated. Cube. Will Smith. I mean, the Fresh Prince. Bad Boys. They just came out with Bad Boys 3. Haven't seen it. But Bad Boys, classic. Barbershop 1 for Ice Cube. The rest, nah. But Barbershop 1. Go back to Fresh Prince. I Am Legend. Cube. Friday. Fresh Prince. Men in Black. Not my favorite, but I have to respect it. Cube. Three Kings. I think that was nominated for something. Back to Fresh Prince. Ali. The man was nominated for Best Actor. Give him his props. Higher Learning for Ice Cube. Classic. The Pursuit of Happiness. And of course, Independence Day for Fresh Prince. The catalogs are very nice. As you can see, this is actually very competitive. Both also have some duds. Let's be honest. Both have some duds. Cube, the Triple X movie. What was that? The sequel to Vin Diesel? Yeah. Movie First Sunday and Long Shots? Wow. Friday After Next? Let's be honest. Fresh Prince has some duds. Come on now. We love him, but we got to be honest. Hancock? Did you see that? After Earth, Suicide Squad, those don't really move the needle, do they? Now, of course, the Fresh Prince has bigger films, but Cube has the heart of the streets, right? I mean, Fresh Prince he's a household name, Cube household name. Fresh Prince, huge, megastar, definitely bigger films. Getting paid probably $30 million a film. But Cube has the heart of the streets. He's the people's champ. So you can argue this is the hood versus the burbs, if you will, right? This is underground or Main Street. Both have grown. When you look at their early work to now, both have grown. Both are a lot better actors. But here's the thing. Although the Fresh Prince has had these mega hits, it took him a while to get there, if we're honest. Because honestly, Fresh Prince, he wasn't believable for years for me. I'm just being honest. Fresh Prince of Bel Air, loved him in. But when I saw him in movies, I kept seeing Fresh Prince. It was hard, and it seemed like he was acting. It didn't seem like he was the role. Not to say that the movies are bad. The movies are great. But he just didn't seem like he was really in character. But he did a good job. Don't get me wrong. He did a good job. But now, I believe him now. I believe him. I think he does a solid job. When I watch him on the screen, I go, okay, he's the role. I don't see the Fresh Prince anymore. And Cube now, he's played in some family movies. He's played in Are We There Yet? Are We Done Yet? And did a fantastic job, I thought. But I don't think he has the range of Will Smith. Even though he's done some family films, Fresh Prince, he's got a full range here. And the man was nominated for an Oscar. Now, if we're talking just rap, obviously, Ice Cube, by far, not even a question, who's better there? Not even a question. But again, we're talking about acting here. And it's the whole enchilada. The whole package is what we're looking at. And so with all these things, now that we factored, let's come down to the winner. The winner of this hip-hop acting battle goes to Tupac Shakur. That's right, Tupac Shakur. Y'all must have forgot what I told you earlier. Tupac is the greatest rapper of all time and my favorite rapper of all time in my BC days. That's before Christian days. My favorite rapper of all time there. Now, look, I tried to be objective. I did, but I couldn't do it too long. I'm sorry. I love Cube, and I appreciate the Fresh Prince as actors, but the best rapper turned actor to me is Tupac. That's just keeping it real. Did you see Above the Rim? The man should have won an Oscar. And then we saw a softer side of him as Lucky in Poetic Justice. I can't call it. Great job with Janet Jackson. You can feel the connection. Pac just had you eating out of the palm of his hand as you were watching the film. Now, look, you can take your pick and you can hit me up on who you think Fresh Prince or Ice Cube. But as for me and my household, we're taking Pac all day, every day. And so that, my friends, is the hip-hop actor battle. Number one now, number one tomorrow, and of all time, Tupac Shakur. With some honorable mentions of Ice Cube, the Fresh Prince, and Queen Latifah. Now next week, we might have the athlete actors battle. The Rock versus Carl Weathers. That's Apollo Creed. Or The Rock versus OJ. Oh yeah, OJ was an actor. In fact, OJ's been acting on and off the screen. I'm your boy, Marcel Hall. Tune in to the next episode of the Hallway Podcast. It's official.